our program this morning, let us seek blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the recitation of dua. We now invite the Honorable Dr. Muhammad Azhari Wahid to lead the dua. Please welcome.
Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise be to Allah, Lord of the universe, who has granted us the opportunity to gather today in this forum, in conjunction with the second ASEAN School of Business Network International Conference 2025, to seek knowledge, share ideas, and work towards a better, inclusive, and sustainable future. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, we humbly seek your blessings for the success of this forum. Grant us clarity of thought, sincerity in our intentions, and wisdom in our discussions. Bless all our sponsors, participants, presenters, researchers, and organizers, that this gathering may lead to fruitful collaborations, impactful innovations, and solutions that benefit not only ASEAN, but the global ummah and humanity at large. Ya Allah, protect us from arrogance and ignorance. Unite our hearts in the spirit of cooperation and respect. And let this forum be a means for us to serve truth, justice, and sustainable development. Guide us towards excellence in our work, integrity in our actions, and barakah in all our undertakings. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. O our Lord, grant us goodness in this world and goodness in the hereafter, and save us from the torment of the hellfire. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amen. Peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his family and companions. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin one of the key highlights of today's academic program, the forum session of the second ASBN International Conference 2025. Our theme for the forum is Empowering Inclusion, Advancing Finance and Digital Systems for ASEAN's Sustainable Future. The forum will be moderated by the Honorable Dr. Muhammad Iqmal Hisham, Kamaruddin from the Faculty of Economics and Muamalat, University Science Islam Malaysia, and coordinator of the Certified Professional Sharia Auditor Program. Without further ado, I now hand over the session to Dr. Iqmal, who will introduce today's distinguished panelists and discussants. Please give him a warm welcome.
Test. Right. Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very good morning, distinguished guests, panelists, our discussant via online, and also to all participants. First of all, on behalf of this organizing committee, I'm warmly welcome to today's forum entitled Empowering Inclusion, Advancing Finance and Digital Systems for ASEAN's Sustainable Future. This forum brings together thought leaders, industry experts, policymakers, and innovators to explore how finance and digital system can drive inclusive growth and sustainable development, especially across ASEAN. In a rapidly evolving region marked by digital transformation and economic interdependence, it is essential to ensure that our progress leave no one left behind. The ASEAN region, home to over 650 million people, is a hub of diversity and opportunity. As digital technologies reshape economics and financial services expand, we face a crucial question. How can we harness these advancements to ensure equitable access to financial inclusion and long-term sustainability for everyone? So for that, today's discussion, I believe, will focus on several aspects. First, the role of Islamic finance, especially Ar-Rahnu, in bridging the inclusion gap across underserved community. Second, building robust digital system to enhance connectivity, efficiency, and trust. And last but not least, aligning financial innovation with Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) to secure a resilient future for ASEAN. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to be joined by distinguished panelists and discussants for today. So now let me to introduce our panelists and discussant. Our first panelist for today, which is just beside me, is a Mr. Saifuddin Sulaiman, a senior general manager from Koperasi Sahabat Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia Berhad, or known as Koop Sahabat. Okay, some background on Mr. Saifuddin. So, for your information, Mr. Saifuddin is an expert in Ar-Rahnu. Before that, he is a seasoned banking and finance professional with over 30 years experience, and he holds a MBA from University Utara Malaysia, UUM, and served in key roles across major banking institutions such as Head of Branch Operation, Regional Manager, and Credit and Marketing Officers. Previously, from 1995 to 2014, he built deep expertise in branch operation, credit financing, and customer relationship management before transitioning to the cooperative sector. He later served as a senior finance manager at Koperasi Permodalan Felda in 2015 to 2019, and currently lead as a senior general manager of Koop Sahabat. Known for his discipline, visionary, and people-oriented leadership, Mr. Saifuddin is widely respected for his contributions to both cooperative and financial services in Malaysia. Meanwhile, our second panelist for today is Associate Professor Dr. Arif Hartono from the Faculty of Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia. Associate Professor Dr. Arif is an expert in marketing and innovation management. He holds PhD in strategy and international business from Warwick Business School, United Kingdom, a master in marketing and management from the University of New England, Australia, and a postdoc fellow from RMIT University, Australia. With prior experience such as in business development, finance, and logistics, his expertise is focuses on marketing innovation and strategic management. His research interests includes green marketing, digital marketing, and open innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from our panelists, we also have two discussants for today, which is with us via online. So our first discussant is Professor Dr. Dennis C.D. Paz, President of Eastern Visayas State University, EVSU, Philippines. So, okay. Professor Dr. Dennis is an expert in statistics. He holds a PhD in Education Program Management from EVSU, a master degree in statistics from University of Philippines, Diliman, and a baccalaureate degree in statistics from Visayas State University. He held a key leadership roles, including Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dean of College of Art and Sciences, and Head of Mathematics and Statistics Department. Actively involved in various academic organizations, Professor Dr. Dennis has published research, authored educational texts, and participated in international study mission to advance the EVSU academic and research program globally. A recognized educator and awardee, he is committed to excellence and fostering quality education for regional and national development. Last but not least, our second discussant for today is Associate Professor Dr. Kanitsorn Terdpaopong, Director of the Master of Accounting Program at Rangsit University, Thailand. Associate Professor Dr. Katie is an expert in accounting and finance. With over 50 years of academic leadership, she holds a PhD in accounting and finance from the University of New England, Australia. I think similar with Dr. Arif. And has extensive teaching and professional experience across Thailand, Australia, and the UK. She served as a director of IMA Research Committee USA, senior director and scientific committee member of the Asia Pacific Management Accounting Association, APMA, and committee member of the Federation of Accounting Professions, TIFAC, in Thailand. Recognized internationally, Associate Professor Dr. Katie has held fellowship and visiting professorship in France, Germany, Taiwan, and Australia, reflecting her commitment to advancing global accounting education and research. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, inshallah, this forum will be conducted in 3 rounds. The first round, we will have presentation from each panelist, and after that, second round, we will have both discussion for today to comment and also to give some insight from their respective countries' perspective on the forum's topic for today. And lastly, for round 3, we will have some Q&A session. So for that, we open question from the public to all the audience, either in this hall or participant via online, inshallah. Right? So I guess without further ado, let us begin the first round for our forum. So for that, I would like to invite our first panelist, Mr. Saifuddin, to share his opening insight on the role of Ar-Rahnu in inclusive economic empowerment. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Alhamdulillah. Firstly, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Thank you for Hisham for giving an opportunity for me today sharing. This is not as a lecture, but then this is sharing session within because sharing session about what Koperasi Sahabat is all about. Okay, for distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and ladies and gentlemen, it's great honor and privilege for me to speak to you today and a topic that remarkably our heart. When we talk about Koperasi Sahabat, is a cooperative society. It's governed under Cooperative Act 1993. We are solely a financial inclusion, no longer a luxury but a necessity. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu stand as a shining example and how of Islamic finance, cooperative values and innovative thinkings can work together to uplift communities. Okay, which is overview of Koperasi Sahabat. Koperasi Sahabat was actually owned by Koperasi Sahabat Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia Berhad, known as Kop Sahabat, which is a Sharia compliance cooperative, which is we are cooperating microfinance initiative under broader umbrella of Kop Sahabat, which align with the mission of Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia Berhad. AIM as a pioneer microfinance Malaysia. As you all know, Koperasi Sahabat, Kop Sahabat, this year we are celebrating 13th anniversary on 30th of August this year, where Kop Sahabat was founded on the principle of cooperations, integrity and inclusiveness. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu also provide Islamic pawnbroking services. This is mainly our business, which is Sahabat Ar-Rahnu is contribute 30% of the income of Koperasi, which is our transactional is based on Qad, Ar-Rahn, and newly is our Tawaruk contract. This service aim to empower the underserved, especially women, micro-entrepreneur and rural communities. Besides that, Kop Sahabat also participate hugely in property development, healthcare, retail activities to support our business income stream, which is 30% again from Ar-Rahnu, and then 30% from the property development, which is currently we already develop a new township in Pulau Meranti, isn't it? Pulau Meranti, Puchong. And then it's got 200 units, townhouse, and with affordable price, minimum is 250,000 and maximum is 300,000. It's a townhouse, 1.5 stories. Primarily we serve a woman micro entrepreneur from B40, whom is involved small businesses and informal activities. What is Koperasi Sahabat rules? We are enhancing income opportunities. Kop Sahabat enable to participate in entrepreneurial ventures, cooperative business and community development projects. We are also providing Islamic financial service through Sahabat Ar-Rahnu. Currently, we are giving Ar-Rahnu loans up to 300 million since as at June. 300 million as at June this year, and then compassionate with the revenue consists of 32 million this year. This is huge, 30% of total income of cooperative. Thirdly, strengthening cooperative economic as registered cooperative under Cooperative Act 1993. The value mutual help, responsible and solidarity, working to build self-reliance economic network among members. And then, as part of business, we are doing a welfare to members. Besides economic empowerment, Kop Sahabat contributes social welfare initiative such as disaster assistance, healthcare access, and education support for members' welfare. In addition, Koperasi Sahabat is more just a cooperative, but it is a community-based institution that empowers grassroots entrepreneurs with a financial access, business tools, and collective strengthens to improve their livelihood. Dr. Iqmal, please remind me if the time is up. Dr. Iqmal asked me to Encik Saifuddin, 5 minutes is okay. Okay. What is Sahabat Ar-Rahnu core contributions? Number one, sahabat Ar-Rahnu is to ease which underserved and low-income individual of group, especially those without traditional banking, which is most of our members, totally by number is 450,000 members of Corp Sahabat. It's nationwide, Peninsular Malaysia and Borneo. Then, which is most of them is unbankable. Can obtain small scale financial services, which is it must be low entry requirement, no need of formal income, income proof or credit history, proximate to client, service offered to rural area. Even currently, Sahabat Ar-Rahnu is called Sahabat. We got 335 branches right now, and then we are going to, by end of this year, we are complete for 44 under pipeline, and then towards 2027 we got the 62 branches, inshallah. Hopefully from the doa or start tadi, we are able to fulfill all those branches lah. And then fast disbursement, quick processing of finance, ideal and urgent business household needs. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu offer as quick as 10 minutes per transaction, as quick as that. Collateral backed financing to those who typically lack access to traditional banking. This include micro entrepreneur, especially women in the rural areas. For your knowledge, Koperasi Sahabat members is got 99.9% is a woman. Yeah? No man. Which come 0.01% is a man, came from as mine, as a staff of Koperasi, and then which is Dr. Iqmal want to be a member. Yeah, typically, but then you must wear a kain batik. Okay. Secondly is powering women entrepreneur. Most of the AIM and Sahabat Ar-Rahnu client are women. By giving them access fund, we empower them to run home-based business, manage family finance, and improve their household socio-economic status. Women become decision makers. Yes, men buying the price. Yeah? And then decision maker is wife. And breadwinners, contributing to the overall economic growth. Thirdly is promoting ethical and Sharia compliance. Koperasi Sahabat is a fully run of Sharia compliance, but then recently we are appointed by SKM, Commissioners of Cooperative, as a penasihat Syariah kumpulan. Betul lah tu. Penasihat Syariah kumpulan to the cooperative. The first one is financial literacy to community and development. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu doesn't just provide the financing. Sorry. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu doesn't just provide the financing, importantly to educate through financial literacy workshop, entrepreneur training, and mentoring. Beneficiaries are better equipped to manage their resources and scale their businesses. This multiplies the long-term impact. The fifth one is supporting informal sector and rural development. Most traditional financial institutions shy away from the informal sector, but then it comes to Ar-Rahnu, we embrace it. Whether it's a food stall operator, batik maker, Dr. Iqmal, and home-based school entrepreneur, we see them as economic agent, not a risk. And then, luckily, based on normal circumstances of banking industry, there is a debt service ratio to look at. But then in the process of Ar-Rahnu, nothing to do with the DSR. As long as you got gold in hand, in future, sahabat Ar-Rahnu, we're going to receive gadaian from the silver, and then might not is we're looking for another items such as land title, or at certain time we try to make use as a Songket Terengganu, Songket Terengganu, but then is still underdeveloped lah. Okay, the sixth one is resilient during crisis. Since the pandemic 2019, many of our members lost their livelihood, but sahabat Ar-Rahnu provide lifeline by allowing individuals to unlock their values of their goals, asset and dignified manner. It helped families survive and business stay afloat. In future times, as a second strategic planning of Koperasi Sahabat 2025 to 2027, we are looking forward. Sahabat Ar-Rahnu is more than a service provider, but we must be as industry leader. We are actively collaborating with the Commissioner of Cooperative, along with Bank Negara Malaysia and Islamic finance institution to shape policies and promote inclusive finance. Engaging in research and innovation such as digitizing Ar-Rahnu services to reach wider segment, and such as one of our product is IGPA, what we call is a digital code product. When then it come to digital, you can pawn your digital account and then you got cash lah. Even we create fund scheme who can publish for those is writing a research current and then publish it to any publisher. Koperasi Sahabat was create a fund for scholars to publish their journal about specifically on Koperasi Sahabat, and then Koperasi Sahabat will recognize and pay for you lah. Leading by example in sustainable cooperative development, providing that economic empowerment can be ethical and inclusive. As such as a single mother in Kelantan struggle to support her children. She has a small amount of gold or jewelries and home business selling kuih with a financing from Sahabat Ar-Rahnu. She can buy a freezer, she can expand her sales, and now he can earn enough to send her daughter to college. A way forward from Koperasi Sahabat, as we look to the future, Sahabat Ar-Rahnu committed to, we want to expand our digital platform to increase reach. Yeah, because our members nationwide, 450,000 nationwide. We look is a disadvantage for Koperasi Sahabat within the branches of 35. It's difficult, and then we must expanding digital platform to increase reach. We must partnering within the agencies and cooperative and enhancing financial literacies among our clients. And most importantly, we need to keep human values at the heart what we do. We believe that economic empowerment is not charity, it's justice, and by working together, we can build an inclusive, resilient, and prosperous Malaysia. let us continue to champion this mission, Dr. Not just as industry player, but as a nation builder. Inshallah. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Saifuddin, for the presentation just now. I think from the presentation, it provides insightful information, especially on the role of Ar-Rahnu in promoting economic empowerment. If I can capture few important information here is for Co-op Sahabat, Ar-Rahnu is the main business through the court contract. It's about 300 million loan given from January to June this year alone, and with 450,000 members. So this is the focus on how Ar-Rahnu will empower especially their members, which is the majority, 99 point something % is a woman, and from the rural areas. So this is the underbackable community that I believe can be enhanced through the Ar-Rahnu platform. And also we can see the significant demand on the digital system when based on the existing branches, still not enough to cater all the demands. So they need to embrace on the digital platform to expand the business. Right? So I think very insightful information present and sharing with us for today. So I think once again, thank you, Mr. Saifuddin. And for now, we would like to invite our second panelist for today, which is Associate Professor Dr. Arif, to deliver his presentation entitled From Vision to Impact, ASBN's integrative role in driving business, academic, and digital transformation across ASEAN. Please proceed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning to everyone. Distinguished guests, respected panelists, discussion, faculty leaders, industry representative, and fellow colleagues from ASEAN. So on behalf of ASBN, I extend to you all a very warm welcome to this important panel session. For me, as a ASBN president, it is a privilege to gather here at USIM for the second international conference of ASBN, where we bring together brilliant minds to discuss and co-create the future of business and education in our region. This morning I will deliver, hopefully it will be a short and compact talk about, entitled From Vision to Impact, ASBN integrative role in driving business, academic, and digital transformation across ASEAN. It sounds like ambition title because, as you know, probably some of you familiar with ASBN because ASBN is like a baby. Less than 2 years old. All right. My talk consists of 5 sections. Hopefully, I will keep it short and compact, inshallah. First, acknowledgement. Because I believe some of you probably not familiar with ASBN, so I need to make acknowledgement. Then a brief about ASBN, its objective, vision, and mission. And then why ASBN? Why important to establish ASBN? And then how ASBN make the vision operational and impactful. And lastly, I will close with key point closing remarks. Yeah, acknowledgement. As I mentioned earlier, ASBN is a newly established organization. Yeah, founded in November 2023, less than 2 years. So this November we'll celebrate 2 years of ASBN, inshallah. And definitely it is in its early development phase. It is not yet fully mature or ideal network, yeah, but I believe we are trying hard, yeah, to a work in progress. And therefore, my presentation focusing on strategic planning and future direction, not past achievement. We are still a baby. And I believe this moment is very important. This is time to reflect. Reflection, humility, and vision setting for ASBN future. Therefore, ASBN leadership expect collaboration and share responsibility to support ASBN mission, to realize ASBN mission. And therefore, ASBN leadership also calls to all of you, to ASEAN business school in across ASEAN countries, to call for active engagement from members and its stakeholder. Okay, that's I think, yeah, I need to acknowledge at the beginning. Now we turn to yeah, this is not actually a lecture talk yet. I'm trying to yeah, make it short and compact, brief, yeah, about strategic plan of ASBN. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I believe some of you not familiar with ASBN. So what actually ASBN? ASBN is a single platform that designed to support international programs and activities among its members. So who are the members? Yeah, any business school across ASEAN countries are welcome to join ASBN. And yeah, it was formed on November 30, 2023 with 4 universities as the co-founders. UII, yeah, Universitas Islam Indonesia, Rangsit University, I believe Katide, yeah, Uni Design Islam Malaysia, Eastern Visayas State University Philippines. So yeah, here's the picture, little piece of the memory of the establishment. Could you please to scroll to the next slide? There you go. Thanks to Prof Wada and Dr. Fasni. Katie also was there. Prof Dennis, Dr. Adin, and Sir Tito. Yeah. Okay. It was such interesting moment. And then, what actually the objective of ASBN? ASBN aims to strengthening, developing mutual benefit in the field of education and research under ASEAN Business School Network. And it also facilitate the exchange of knowledge and information through student and staff exchange. If possible, probably not in the short term, join or double degree programs. Joint research, currently UII did it with USIM, yeah, matching grant. There were 9 research proposals, and some of them already published it. lecture series program, international conference. This is the second ASBN international conference, seminars, training, and project. Yeah, its vision and mission. Yeah, we aiming high actually. Yeah. ASBN has a vision to be the leading Asian platform for advancing collaborative business education and research that empowers inclusive growth, regional integration, and impact. While mission, we have four mission statements: fostering mutual collaboration among business schools across ASEAN countries. Yeah. Second, facilitating academic and professional exchange, such as faculty mobility, student exchange. Yeah, and currently we are also performing international student mobility, but we are doing ISM in the online mode. Yeah, okay. ISM consists of business competition plan, and then I think the interesting one is beat the prom. How student can beat the prom. Yeah, AI. That's interesting. Yeah, and currently is in the progress. And then third one, establishing self-knowledge creation and dissemination by generation, international collaboration like today's session. Yeah, building a regional academic ecosystem, and lastly, strengthening Asian collective presence. Yeah, probably in the short term it's bit ambitious, aiming high, but I believe in the long term, together we can make it, inshallah. Okay, then why we have to establish ASBN? ASBN provide unifying platform for business school to collaborate across border, align curricula, and address regional priorities, enhancing the quality and relevance of business education. Yeah, probably some business school in small cities, yeah, in many countries in ASEAN countries, they still operate in isolation, resulting in limited exposure to regional best practice. That's why ASBN was established to enhance the quality and relevance of business education. Also, ASBN promote faculty and student exchange, joint research, and dual degrees, inshallah. But this must be in the long term, not in the short term. Importantly, hopefully ASBN also able to bridge the gap between academic industry, like Mr. Saifuddin from Co-op Sahabat. Thank you. He already provide important insight from industry perspective. Yeah, together we can develop probably relevant curricula, case studies, and research project, and then promote inclusive and sustainable development. So that's why we need to establish ASBN. But again, we are still in the development phase, in the early development phase indeed. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully ASBN also can use to serve as the platform for policy dialogue and reform. Hopefully ASBN can facilitate evidence-based policy discussion between universities, government, and regional bodies. Yeah. Okay, and can play a role in shaping ASEAN-wide education and innovation policy. Okay, the question is how? Okay, so this is how making the vision of ASBN impactful. We propose some strategic planning, and I think we've done the first and the second one. Yeah, institutionalize collaboration mechanism. Yeah, by signing the agreement MOU among members. And then forming ASBN working group and digital innovation and policy advocacy. But again, probably this not in the short term. The second one, design regional flagship program. Probably launching joint MBA is long-term program, not short or medium term. Yeah, but for hosting annual ASBN International Conference, rotating across ASEAN Business School, this is very possible. So USIM basically as the host for the second ASBN International Conference, and hopefully we'll at the end of the conference we can announce will be the host for the third ASBN International Conference. Third one, promote inclusive growth through access and equity. Currently, we use our own budget, to fund our research collaboration. We did research collaboration with USIM, matching grant, currently we not providing the research fund, but hopefully by collaborating with industry in the long term, the industry can involve in the research collaboration. I believe we can make it. And then build cross-sector partnership, like industry partners, like Coop Sahabat, or probably local bank, for co-develop curriculum and internship. Work with ASEAN Secretariat, AUN, for policy influence and regional alignment. And hopefully we can engage in global academic network for co-branded program and benchmarking. Lastly, we need to measure the impact. We need to develop KPI dashboard for tracking some target, like number of joint program, research output, how many publication we can publish together, institutional partnership form and inclusion metric. And in terms of leadership, cultivate thought leadership, what we to do? We can publish white papers and policy brief on ASEAN business and education challenge. Or we can do collaboration in terms of international accreditation like ASASB, because to meet the ASASB requirement it is challenging, so we need to perform collaboration. So here's truly the last one, the roadmap. To support the implementation, I think we need to create roadmap. In the short term, we need to establish governance structure. And then pilot joint program and mobility. We've done it. At least risk collaboration and international student mobility. And hopefully launch ASBN Knowledge Hub. We have the website. You can access ASEAN-ASBN.org. We can develop Knowledge Hub by extending the website. Create information system on Knowledge Hub. And then in the medium, expand digital programs and industry collaboration. Host regional innovation competition, like currently we are doing international student mobility, where we provide competition among students. Scale research funding and definitely its including its publication. And long term, So we need to position ASBN as the go-to platform for Asian business education and policy advisory, influence regional higher education policy, and hopefully ASBN can lead to the contribution to the global business education landscape. The last one, closing remarks for me. Hopefully, still 50 minutes. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, ASBN is still young. It is like a baby, yeah. But inshallah, driven by a bold long-term vision for ASEAN. So, yeah, ASBN definitely face shared challenge like digital disruption, inequality, global competition. But I believe it promises opportunities for collaboration and innovation. ASBN aims to be more than a network, a platform for empowering students, strengthening education, and delivering regional impact. So, appreciation for the audience's engagement, belief, and support. And lastly, a call to move forward from vision to impact together, inshallah. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Arif, for your presentation. So, based on the presentation, we got a numbers of information, especially on the ASBN itself. So, ASBN first, for your information, ASBN is ASEAN School of Business Network, ASBN. So, as mentioned in the presentation, ASBN is still in early stage, founded by four co-founder university in Malaysia, represented by USIM, University Science Islam Malaysia. From Indonesia, we have Universitas Islam Indonesia. From Philippines, we have Eastern Visayas State University. And from Thailand, we have Rangsit University. So these four universities co-found the ASBN platform itself. And as mentioned also, there are many strategic planning work in progress to expand the collaboration through ASBN platform. So if we can recall back a little bit, there are a few suggestions made by the presenter, Dr. Arif, including to make a MOU, establish a working group or committee working group, make annual calendar activities, and not to forget to invite other players from other ASEAN countries to join together into this platform to ensure that this platform can produce and provide significant contribution, including from the policy making perspective, input, and so on. Alright, for that, I think there's quite a lot of strategic planning input for ASBN in the future. Alright, so now I believe our first round has been completed. Now we will go to the second round of the session. Alright, so in this round, we would like to invite Professor Dr. Dennis from Eastern Visayas State University to share his response based on these two presentations, especially from Mr. Sulaiman on Ar-Rahnu and also Dr. Arif on the ASBN rules. So please welcome Professor Dr. Dennis.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning for acknowledging. So my panelists and esteemed participants, morning session, a pleasant morning to everyone. So first, I commend Saifuddin Sulaiman presentation on Co-op Sahabat Ar-Rahnu. Over the years, Co-op is innovating, trying to expand digital reach and partnership,
boost
boost
financial literacy, and all. So, ang daming lang, they have several plans. Okay? So, on my part, I prepared actually a presentation on, or a discussion on what the role of Ar-Rahnu in inclusive economic empowerment. So my discussion will focus on 6 major topics. The first one is to give the participants a glimpse on what Ar-Rahnu is. Second is the potential role of Ar-Rahnu in the Philippine development. Third is how Ar-Rahnu is working in the Philippines as of the moment. Third is fourth is I want to discuss also some of the challenges in its implementation. Next is on policy recommendation in the Philippine context. And last, but definitely not the least, I'll give you some success, Ar-Rahnu, in inclusive empowerment in other countries. Okay, so firstly, I would like to give emphasis that Ar-Rahnu is an Islamic pawn-breaking system based on Sharia principle, offering short-term, collateralized financing using valuable items. Typically, the most commonly used item here is gold as a security. Individuals can pawn valuable items to secure loan without interest. This is designed to provide short-term financing, especially for those excluded in traditional banking. However, unlike conventional pawn shops, Ar-Rahnu is free from riba or interest, garar or excessive uncertainty, and maisir or gambling. So how does it promote inclusion and economic empowerment and well-being? It offers quick, accessible financing with lower service charges compared to conventional pawn shops, making it ideal for low-income groups and micro-entrepreneurs or MSMEs. Ar-Rahnu can be an alternative to small entrepreneurs as one of the capital sources to undertake business when small entrepreneurs face difficulties in obtaining capital financing from banks or financial institutions. However, response of Ar-Rahnu to entrepreneurial activity is still low compared to personal purposes. So this time, I will discuss more on the potential role of Ar-Rahnu in the Philippine development. As you all know, Philippines is divided into 3 big islands or major islands. These are Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So the first potential role of Ar-Rahnu is empowering Muslim women in BARM, or we call this as Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. This is a region in the southern part of the Philippines that has an autonomous status, giving it more self-governance and decision-making power over its own affairs. The region is home to various ethnic and cultural groups with a significant Muslim population. So how are we going to empower the women in BARM? Many women in Mindanao or Maranao, Tausog, and Yakan communities own gold jewelries, often inherited. Ar-Rahnu gives them access to capital without needing male co-signers, fostering independence and entrepreneurship. Second, it is support to halal MSMEs or micro, small, and medium enterprises. So Philippines aims to grow its halal working capital, especially in Zamboanga Peninsula and Mindanao. Third is countering conflict and displacement. In conflict-affected areas, families need ethical, accessible financial tools to restart livelihoods. So Ar-Rahnu can serve as a safety net, offering liquidity without loss of assets or falling into debt traps. Last but definitely not the least is microfinance integration. This can be integrated into microfinance institutions operating in BARM, especially those supported by cooperatives or NGOs. Now let's proceed to Ar-Rahnu in the Philippines. how Ar-Rahnu is working now in the Philippines. So based on in our government, it recognizes Islamic finance through Republic Act number 11439, which was established in 2019. So this is a regulatory framework for Islamic banks. So Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the Department of Finance support the development of Islamic banking and finance in the country. The primary objective of RA 11439 is to implement the provisions covering provincial reporting, liquidity, and capital adequacy framework for Islamic banks or Islamic banking units. Next, despite about this regulatory groundwork, Ar-Rahnu remains highly limited in adoption in the Philippines. The only institution currently offering it is Al-Amana, and still the turnout is very low because Islamic banking services, including pawning, still represent 1% of the overall banking market, indicating very low utilization among the broader population here in the Philippines. So, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has issued regulations and information on Islamic banking and is promoting awareness and capacity building, including for Islamic pawn services. So mostly microfinance institutions offer Sharia-inspired credit products, but do not yet operate formal Ar-Rahnu pawn shops. For instance, we have what we call the card or Paglambo project, which offers Islamic microfinance but through loans, not pawn broking mechanism. So it's purely asking for loans. So in the Philippines, some cooperatives and NGOs have experimented with Sharia-compliant microfinance, but Ar-Rahnu specifically is not yet formally implemented nationwide. So what are the challenges of its implementation? First, we lack infrastructure. Few banks in rural farm towns, poor road access. Yun, because it's not yet, the roads are not that good. Second, limited legal framework. RA 11439 exists, but implementing rules for Ar-Rahnu are not yet issued. So we also need for Sharia expertise, another challenge, shortage of trained Islamic finance professional and Sharia boards. Next challenge is trust deficit due to past failures of cooperatives and Islamic financial initiatives. And last but definitely not the least challenge is low awareness. Ar-Rahnu is still relatively unknown outside academic and banking circles. Even in our place, in Tacloban City, here in the Visayas, I haven't heard about Ar-Rahnu. Okay? So, what are the policy recommendations in the Philippine context? Ar-Rahnu has strong potential in the Philippine context, particularly in financially excluded and conflict-vulnerable regions like BARM. Its Sharia compliance, ethical foundation, and low barrier access make it a natural fit for empowering Muslim women, supporting halal MSMEs, alleviating poverty in a culturally respectful way. However, for Ar-Rahnu to succeed in the Philippines, there must be cross-sector coordination among government, development partners, and financial institutions and local communities to translate policy into practice. Next is, what are the successes that this Ar-Rahnu in inclusive economic empowerment in other countries? In my research, I came across that this is really very popular in Malaysia. The gold standard of Ar-Rahnu implementation. In Malaysia, it's globally recognized for pioneering and institutionalizing Ar-Rahnu as a key microfinance instrument. So we have here the Bank Rakyat Ar-Rahnu. It was the first Islamic pawnbroking scheme in the region. Initially targeted small-scale entrepreneurs and low-income individuals, especially in rural communities. So over the years, it was able to have 200 branches nationwide with strong community reach. So loan range is from 100 to 50,000 ringgit. So depending on gold collateral. So women comprise more than 60% borrowers. Most use funds for food, businesses, textile trading, or education expenses. In Brunei, they also support micro-enterprise and financial institution or inclusion. Brunei has integrated Ar-Rahnu in its state-owned Islamic institution. So what this institution is? This institution is Perbadanan Tabung Amana Islam Brunei or TAIB. It offers Ar-Rahnu Yata, a trusted Islamic pawnbroking service. So its impact primarily serves micro and home-based enterprises in Brunei, uses gold jewelry as the standard collateral. It enhances the resilience of small businesses against cash flow stocks and promote asset-based lending, encouraging savings in the form of gold. In Indonesia, we also have the community-based success through business model transformation. So Ar-Rahnu is embedded within Islamic microfinance cooperatives catering to grassroots communities. So the pilot example here is the Lombok Weavers Community. So women in Lombok, a weaving village, used gold pledges to access working capital, allowed borrowers to scale up weaving production and generate employment, promoted economic self-sufficiency among rural women, and strengthened social solidarity through community-managed financing. So while Ar-Rahnu is not yet institutionalized in the Philippine context, its success in neighboring countries offer a viable template for inclusive, culturally aligned microfinance, particularly in Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, where Islamic financing is in demand, and Muslim cooperatives and NGOs which can pilot Ar-Rahnu services. Thank you everyone for listening. To God be all the glory.
Right. Thank you, Professor Dr. Dennis, for the discussion. I think several things that we can take from the input given by Professor Dr. Dennis. So, especially from the Philippines context for Ar-Rahnu. So, he believed that Bangsamoro region is the one who are most likely able to adapt Ar-Rahnu because there are a lot of Muslim community there, and also they believe that Ar-Rahnu can be used to support for the capital, especially to support the entrepreneurship on halal small and medium entrepreneurship SMEs, and also it gives some challenges, especially in terms of Sharia expert constraint and also awareness among the public itself still low on Ar-Rahnu. But ala kulli hal, there's still quite a lot of potential to implement Ar-Rahnu especially as a microfinance instrument in Philippines in the future, inshallah. Alright, so for that, thank you, Professor Dr. Dennis. So next, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Katie to respond, especially for the second presentation for today on the role of ASBN in integrating business, academia, and digital transformation across ASEAN, particularly from the context of Thailand. For that, please welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
I think you can hear me well, right? Is it okay? It's fine, right? Thank you very much, Professor Dato Dr. Saifuddin, and also Associate Professor Dr. Arif, my dear friend. It's very great to hear both of your presentations, especially for the first one. It's I have to admit that even though I am in the accounting and finance area, but this topic is very interesting, and somehow some of the context that you convey is also quite new. Actually, we have learned a great deal from your presentations. I'd like to respond first to the first presentation, and then I will continue to Professor Dr. Arif. I said you, Professor. Professor Arif. I like to share the screen. Please allow me. Slide share. Hold on. I like to share the screen then. Share screen. Okay. Not quite sure that you see my screen. Okay, I like to share this one. All right. Could you please respond to me that you see the screen? Have you seen the screen? Could you please respond? Because I couldn't hear you.
Waiting for the screen.
Oh, you
Yes, yes, yes. We have it.
you can see now?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because
It's my voice.
I hear
I hear my voice.
Okay, Dr. Katie, are you referring to your presentation or the previous panelist's first presentation? First panelist.
This one is
for the first.
Can you see?
The slide?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this one.
I'd like to talk about this one, Islamic pawn broking, Ar-Rahnu. Right? Ar-Rahnu. This one is for the good heart, good mission. Thank you for Ar-Rahnu. And this one is, I think it's very good microfinance for all of us. For Thailand does have also the Islamic pawn broking model similar to the Ar-Rahnu, as the first presenter, Professor Dato Dr. Saifuddin presented. But in Thailand, the situation is quite different because it's smaller for this one. Rahnu in Thailand is the smallest in scale and also mostly centered in Pattani region. And if you know the logistics in Thailand, Pattani is the south of Thailand. It's very close to Malaysia. And then when compared to Thailand to Malaysia, yes, we have Islamic pawn broking, microfinance, the same, but the size, I would say that is very, very small compared to Malaysia. And in Thailand, as I said, it's located in Pattani Islamic Cooperative, which is the very small province, small area. But the majority of the population in Pattani is Muslim. And this one is the very niche market. And I see that it's a very high potential for this microfinance. And Rahnu is mainly, I like to ask, actually we have the same things that Sahabat Ar-Rahnu is mainly women members and focused, which is also the same as in Thailand. Because when I do my research for Thailand, in Pattani, 70% of the members of the Ar-Rahnu is also women. But why it is such that maybe we have to do some research on this because it's with this gender preferences. Maybe there's some reason behind that. And in Rahnu in Malaysia, the collateral is gold, right? But in Thailand, the situation is different because we have the pawn shop. We have the other cooperative, which is not Rahnu. I mean, we have Rahnu, and we also have other different pawn shop. We say pawn shops are the same, but not Rahnu pawn shop. But we also have got the cooperative. We also have got the Islamic banking. This one will actually serve as the finance for businesses and also for personal as well. Then Ranu, in this focus, I have some questions that I like to post it here. That first, how does the Sahabat Ranu microfinance model complement or differ from the government's financial institution strategies? This one, I focus on the strategies. I like to put us here to think about how the strategies, financial strategies of Ranu could be different or could be complement. You know, this one is, I know that it's the personal finance, right? Mostly for women, but we have to see allied the strategies to be the same or the same kind, you know, aligned with the financial institution like in the bank in Simpanang National. This one, the first one. I'd like to pose the questions. Maybe Professor Dato can respond to my questions later. Given the rapid expansion of your Ar-Rahnu in Malaysia, how does the group Sahabat ensure the financial sustainability and also manage all the risks, especially like your collateral is mainly on gold, right? With this one, how could we manage the risk and how could we assure the sustainabilities? I think this part maybe touch a little bit on the management of the organization. And the third one, to what extent that the Cook Sabat and also Ar-Rahnu growth affect traditional banking services in the rural Malaysia, in the rural area? Because this one, as you focus on women, right, and also most of the members are in the very low income families, you know, how could that this one maybe complement, maybe affect to the traditional banking services, or maybe this one also compete with the traditional banking services. I do not. This one actually, perhaps you can respond a little bit to the because this one could be one of the key payers. We are the one of the key payers for the low income families members. Number four, and how does this Ar-Rahnu align with the Malaysia's goals to be global Islamic finance? We heard a lot about the Islamic finance, right? We have the Islamic banking. Are there any regulatory or Sharia challenges that limit the Kub Sahaba's expansions or innovation in Islamic financial products? I heard that you, Dato said about using the AI, but it is still underdeveloped. I believe that there would be a lot of developments later on, and this could be some of the challenges for women members, you know, because when we use AI, either the AI applications, it must be really friendly users. And most of us, if the members are from the rural area, how could they access to that AI? Yeah, that's still be a long way to go and to do and to discuss. Last one that I like to put the comments on your presentations is about the involvement of the IPO or the trust funds and the strategic investments that Coop Sahabat has been doing? And how do you balance the dual objective of the cooperative welfare and the capital market returns? Because when you do the investment and also put this one as IPO, perhaps you have been expected from the investors. How could we balance the objective of the cooperative to this? Okay, thank you for allowing me time to discuss for the first presenters. I'd like to stop share and I'd like to, okay, I'll stop share. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
All right.
I back to
I back to
this one. No,
this
no,
one. No sharing
on the
on the production.
but
I need to
about the
about the
Arif and also to ask all a little that when we talking about the establishment of the ASBN, actually we are very young in age when we consider about the age of the ASBN, but the word of the ASBN actually close to ISBN. Then when we said ASBN, my thought, ISBN. Yeah, some of us maybe have thought about that as well. But this one has been long in the thoughts of us, that this vision and mission has been in, I think, with the first president, with Arif. He has been thinking about this, and this one has been very good initiative. I believe that there will be a long way for us, as Arif said about funding, about journals, publications. That's just a long way. Open this one for the discussion, that how could we help or how could we take ASBN as a platform for this development is very challenging, and we need a lot of hands to help on this. Maybe there's no comments on Arif. It just I'm also one of the members, of the ASBN, and we really admire, especially myself, for the vision and mission at first initiative by Arif and also all the team members. Thank you very much for the time, for the discussion, and allowing me to engage in this conference. Thank you.
Right. Once again, thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Katie, for your insightful discussion and comment. So based on the comment, I think there are a few things that we can highlight from that. So first, based on the Thailand context, so Dr. Katie informed to us that currently Ar-Rahnu still in a low scale, especially in the Patani region, where there are most Muslim community there. And similarly, one study from Dr. Katie also show that the main player for Ar-Rahnu in Thailand also women, like in sahabat lah, mostly women. So the same thing also in Indonesia. Maybe we can further research on that to see whether the trend also happen in other ASEAN or even in the global context. And also currently Ar-Rahnu is seen as an individual or personal finance, but how we can leverage this Ar-Rahnu instrument to go globally like other Islamic finance product or services. Maybe that need to be catered later on for the future. And I think there are some questions also, especially for Mr. Sulaiman from Kop Sahabat, which is how to balance the IPO, the responsibility when you go to IPO, because at the same time you have a trust fund or members, so they're quite a challenge. So I believe later on Mr. Sulaiman will answer those questions in the next round session, inshallah. And also on the ASBN also, Dr. Katie touched a little bit on how to take the ASBN further, especially in the academics focus. So how we can use this platform to go beyond what it is currently it has lah. Alright, so I think that's all comment from Dr. Katie. Once again, thank you, Dr. Katie, for all the inputs. And I believe now we will enter into the last round for this forum. So in this forum, we would like to have a several question and feedback from all audience, either from this hall or the one who wish us via online. So maybe due to time constraint, we will let just a few questions, hopefully based on time given. So anyone from this hall who want to raise up question to our panelists or even our discussant, we would likely to have it now. So anyone, please, if there are any question from the floor or even from the online also possible. Alright, there is no question? Don't worry, because I have a question. To save the time, I have some question. So, I think I have some question, but due to time constraint, so I try to simplify the question. So, first one, the question is directly for Mr. Saifuddin. Mr. Saifuddin on the Ar-Rahnu. So maybe how you can see this Ar-Rahnu, like Dr. Katie said just now, to emerge or to expand beyond its current context, which is just for personal or to finance small or medium business. So how you can see the Ar-Rahnu can go beyond of that and can be like other Islamic finance instrument or tools, maybe to fund big companies, maybe to leverage on the big scale. So maybe you have some input on that, and especially from based on your experience in the Malaysia context, and maybe you can add up for the ASEAN as a whole. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Iqmal. And then, firstly, is thank you, Dr. Dennis and Dr. Katie. Is it correct? Okay. First of all, thank you for the questions. And then, straightforward for the question is, what mandate given to us for the Ar-Rahnu business as per our bylaws approved by Commission of Cooperative, maximum loan given to every single customers is not more than 300,000 ringgit. For that is quite difficult to us to emerge another expansion of the customer base or customer sphere. It's quite difficult. Too difficult, and then because of what? We are depend on the gold current, and then which is fluctuating of the gold price is quite difficult to control, and then based on what demand and supply is concerned is, yeah, and then regulatory framework from the SKM or what risk management portfolio what we have got is too much exposure to us to expand, because of what in the ASEAN region, most of the jewelries foundries is 30% of the, for Malaysia is 30 tons per year on jewelry foundries, yeah, and then Thailand is about 11 or to 15 metric ton per year. But then for the expansion, demand is there, but then problem is supply. From the raw material to the final art of jewelries is quite difficult because of numbers of usage of the jewelries is quite big. Yeah, and then and sum up for those questions from Dr. Dennis and Dr. Katie. What we should do is, as per government factors, a government implementation should be taken up is we must to regularize or harmonize every single aspect such as legal and Sharia governance framework is number one, and then we should normalize the others than gold, such as silvers, land title, what you call that, to accept as collateral. Yes, yeah, collateral. And then third one is we should dump our cash to public education. Is more important, unless we can create more awareness among publics, then what we call others than awareness, almost education, yeah. And then thoroughly how to harmonize cross-border. We must regulatory standard of guideline, and each country must be mutual recognition as per standard among the ASEAN members. And then lastly is we must expand collateral value by robust valuation and authentication process. This is more important. Most important is what Koperasi Sahabat is do right now is we got 3 level of the authentication process. One is audit level, and then second one is a forensic level. Forensic. Each of the jewelries came into us will be inspected one by one. That's one. And then thirdly is a jatan kuasa audit. And then to expand on digitizing, to enhance Ar-Rahnu accessibility to the remote access to financing, we are using mobile apps to outreach our members, and then we will reduce our geographic barriers when it comes to digital collateral verification as per our products IGPA. To enhance, we also can enhance our trust in the system. And also we are automated loan disbursement, for instance, disbursement or flexible repayment from its members. And then will all this idea came out, we can lower our costs equal to lower fee we can charge. And then up to that, we can do data profiling to record our unbankable customers and the potential customers. Hopefully I already answered your question, Dr. Katie.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sulaiman and also Dr. Katie, for the input. So I believe some answer mostly has been answered by Mr. Sulaiman. Especially there are some suggestion to expand the Ar-Rahnu maybe because of goal constraints, so why not we try to use other items like silver or even though the land grant and so on as a collateral for microfinance to these unbackable communities. And also I believe in terms of cross ASEAN countries, so one of the answer is lies on ASBN itself lah, to play a significant roles to give some valuable input in terms of policy to the regulators among ASEAN, to have some cooperation in terms of digitalization of the Islamic finance instrument, including Ar-Rahnu. Alright, so I think that's cover a lot of things for Ar-Rahnu. So maybe we'll go next question specifically on the ASBN, and I would like to address this question for Dr. Arif. So Dr. Arif, you have mentioned to us earlier there are a lot of potential through ASBN platform, and you names numbers of suggestion how we can further expand the ASBN platform impact. So my question, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, how do you see ASBN platform should be done or should be operated, and how it will significantly impacting and supporting all the sustainable goals? Maybe for that, I hope you can answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Iqmal. Yeah, I will respond your question. Short, compact. Yeah, in the beginning, definitely we need to grow bigger and stronger together. And in that case, we need to create more members to involve in our ASBN international programs and activities. Secondly, we have to develop or equip the website of ASBN with any relevant information system to cover relevant programs and activities. Currently, yeah, we aim to develop the kind of a knowledge hub, yeah, and yeah, in the next 5 to 10 years, yeah, I can see that we can facilitate ASBN and foster and facilitate any international programs and activities across business school across ASEAN countries. So definitely we need to put more members and then enrich the equipment, I mean technology, digital, and then persistency in the running the regular programs. I think that's
Alright, so thank you, Dr. Arif, for to answer the question. So I think from that we got a few more input on how ASBN will likely to expand in the next 5 to 10 years. So especially by equip the ASBN website to have more inputs on the collaboration aspect, and also to facilitate international business school activities in the future. So and also to buy in the regulators and also to involve actively through ASBN platform on the the regulator decision making process. So to make sure that ASBN can become more significant and impactful, especially for the sustainable development goal SDGs. And for that, thank you. I think because of time constraints, there is no more question at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of the today forums, Empowering Inclusion, Advancing Finance and Digital System for ASEAN Sustainable Futures. So, I would like to take this opportunity to express our heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished panelists for today. Mr. Saifuddin and also Dr. Arif, and also to our discussant, Professor Dr. Dennis and Associate Professor Dr. Katie, and all participants for their invaluable contributions and insight for today. And so I believe that today's discussion have highlighted a clear message when we talk about Ar-Rahnu, Islamic pawnbroking or Islamic finance itself, and the emergence of the digital transformation. So these things are just not a tools, but they are actually a powerful enabler for inclusion, growth, and sustainability across ASEAN. So from innovative financial solution like Ar-Rahnu that empower communities to the integrative alternative solution that can integrate in terms of business, academia, and also the digital transformation itself. So I believe all this is evidence that collaboration is the key to unblocking our region's full potential. So like Dr. Arif mentioned, if we can gather more, have more members, so hopefully we can strive to achieve enhancement in terms of the ASBN platform, and as well as when we talk about the Ar-Rahnu just now lah. And we have seen how inclusive finance can uplift the marginalized group, especially the women community, Muslim community, which is unbankable, and how the digital system like mobile apps as suggested by Mr. Sulaiman can bridge the gap across ASEAN country especially, yeah. And I believe as we move forward, so I think let us to continue to translate all these ideas that has been discussed for today into a more concrete action to build a stronger region network and leverage technology and innovation to inclusive progress. So together, I believe, based on this initiative, ASBN and also Islamic finance as a Islamic finance instruments, we can create ASEAN or Asians that is not only digitally connected but economically vibrant and also socially equitable and sustainable for the generations to come. So lastly, once again, thank you to everyone who has made this forum a success. So we will look forward to continuing this dialogue and working collectively toward an inclusive and sustainable future for ASEAN. So for that, thank you and have a wonderful day. So for that, I will end our forum session for today. Wabillahi taufiq hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I pass back.